Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes!
What's going on? Well, I've been out of the loop for a while. And that is because I have been doing a lot of work because I have to get prepared for the FIFA or FIFA, however you want to pronounce that, when the games come to the city. Now, because of that, it's been taking a lot of my time away because, you know, I need to be ready for this in 2026. So I've been working on a lot of stuff, getting a lot of preparations ready, dealing with licenses and different things like that. So, yeah, I wasn't able to come on here and do a lot of things and talk a lot. So it's been about 4 going on 5 months, something like that. But anyway, I'm back, but I need everyone to come kind of close here, and hopefully my mic isn't going in and out and it's steady across there. I don't know what's happening lately, but it has been going in and out last time I used this, my setup. So maybe it's something I'm missing because, again, I've been doing a lot of stuff, getting prepared for the teams for 2026 for the FIFA or FIFA, however you pronounce it. But anyway, guys, as I said, you guys come in close here. Now, I have tried to kind of look at things in a way of, okay, things are just going to happen anyway. Yeah, things are going to happen, but there's a lot of things that I believe men can avoid also. And it shouldn't take much. It should not really take much for some men. And some men, they may have to suffer through certain things or get over certain things. It's kind of like a drug. Excuse me. So it's kind of, no, I'm not on anything. Okay. So anyway, it's kind of like, okay, I'm noticing on YouTube, I do keep up with that and listen to that as I was out there working, doing what I need to do to get prepared for the games in 2026. So, different videos from, these, things is that, they want men to beg, to chase them. I'm not even going to get into that because most men know better than to do that. Now, there may be some guys that say, you know what, I'm going to chase them anyway. It doesn't hurt to try. If that's what you choose to do, that's great. That's fine. That's you. But a lot of guys don't want to waste their time playing this chase game. Game is just like, when they say they want the guy to fight for them, or, the guy have to come in there with a strong mindset to deal with a strong woman. I don't know the meaning of all that stuff, but I guess it means something to them. It doesn't mean anything to me, and it shouldn't mean anything to you guys. One thing I have noticed over time is that these things, they talk to men as if they sound like somebody's mother, somebody's rude mother that don't listen to the person that's talking to them. They go to a soccer game. They don't want to listen to the referee. If the referee say, hey, their child, I don't know, I forgot what that's called. But if he did something that he should not have done on the field, that he or she, a foul or whatever. They sound like when they go to a school and they fuss with the teacher. They sound like when they talk to their partner, when they talk to their coworker that may be a male. They sound as if they want to be your mother. And everything that they say, they have got to be right. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen that. But again, everyone live their live. You live your life different. Me, I don't have the patience as a man to listen to the cackling. I just don't. I'm not going to. I have -0 patience to listen to cackling. I don't want to get to that point to where I would want to have someone on my channel that cackle, not laughing, just talking over me, not making any sense, not making any sense. I don't need anyone to view me that bad to where I would have these things come around me, and it's so irritating. You listen to them, they all sound the same. Their voices sound the same. They do the same thing. These things do not, you got to understand, these things do not understand. They don't care about what type of attention they get, as long as they get it. And some of you guys already know this. A lot of creators out there already know this. And some creators, they've been talking about this for 5-6 years. See, I don't do this for money. I already got that. I don't get on here and I don't brag about I have this, I have that, and I may bring up some things, but that money don't make my life. A woman does not make my life, because as I have said before, guys, okay, if I go dig a hole, I dig a hole. A hole is a hole. You get what I mean? When I dig a hole, I get a shovel, I dig a hole. The hole I may go deeper with it. I may not go deeper with it. I may deal with a wide hole, small hole, whatever. Whatever I'm digging with that shovel. But in the end, whether it's a deep hole, a big giant hole, a slippery, muddy hole, it's still a hole. You can't twist it. You can't turn it. A hole is a hole. You can't get away from it. Some holes are deeper than others. Some holes are so wide, you don't want to even deal with the hole. You're like, okay, it's wide enough, You guys get my point. I know you do. But all this talking that these things do is always, it sounds like a grandmother. They sound like grandmothers, even if they're in their 20s and their teens. They all sound the same. They have these raspy, crackling voices, these voices with these high decibels. To me, it's strange. I can't listen to it. The ones that I had up here on this channel, I couldn't even really listen to the person because I just didn't want to hear that thing speak. It has gotten to the point with me that I'm not going to waste my time having one of those things come on in this channel. They don't have a voice over here near me, period. Call me a misogynist, call me whatever. I honestly don't care. Because guys, you have to do the same thing. And see, I'm going to put up a TikTok challenge myself. I don't deal with TikTok, but I'm going to put up one, and I'm going to see how true this strong and independent. We're going to see who's stronger and who's more independent. Mentally and emotionally. I'm going to do a TikTok challenge, and we're going to see. And I guarantee you, the men will win. I guarantee it. And then in the process of you guys winning, you're probably going to take it further, and you're probably not going to stop. See, some of you are already doing it, but see, we're gonna since they like to change the rules, move the goalpost, then I think it's time that we start doing it too. I mean, we need to start doing it like hyper, because until and okay, let's do this. Before I took down all those videos that I had, I would always say this. These things are not going to humble themselves until they suffer. See, there's a lot of things going on in this world where they have to suffer through a lot of things. The Japanese women have suffered through a lot of things. The Chinese women, the Korean women, even in the southern countries have suffered through a lot of things. These Western women have not suffered through a lot of things yet. So therefore, they don't feel as if they need to be humbled. But let me tell you what I see coming, guys. Because I predicted something one time. I told a friend. And this is before, I mean, it's several things that I pointed out to a friend of mine that would happen, and it ended up happening. Now, one thing I'm going to say this. Let's use Trump as an example. I told this person, I said, this was some years ago too, before Trump even ran. I said the only thing that's going to change a lot of things in America, I said that they're going to have a president that's going to have to come in, and he's going to have to be uber rich, pretty much. And he's going to have to be the type of person that follow his own rules. And that's what we end up getting, is Trump. Now, I'm not even going to talk about that because I really don't care. Whoever is going to win is going to win. If they're going to bring damage to the country, which all of them have, regardless of what they look like, what color they are, what background they have, they've all brought something damaging to the U.S. That's just how I see it. And they brought some good things too. More bad things than good, but, still. So with that being said, I'm going to predict this. The more the dollar goes down, and it will, hopefully it doesn't, but there's going to be an instance that the United States is going to have to suffer. And when that happens, a lot of these women are going to suffer. They're not going to be able to talk about their education. They're not going to be able to talk about their money that they have, because a lot of people are just saying they don't want the dollar anymore. And it's coming sooner. It's going to happen. It's just that our government is hiding all that stuff and doing the best they can so they can save that dollar, and so it won't be worthless. So what's going to happen when the dollar loses its value, or even goes down to that point to where, you know what, if you have $1 million, it's not going to really be worth anything but maybe 100,000 or 200,000 or whatever. I'm just putting some numbers out there. And then if they are not making $1 million, they're making X amount of money. Just think if you have 40,000, 50,000 or whatever, 20,000, you may be worthless. You may have $100 and something dollars, $2,000 or something worth of money, because that's what it'll be worth then. And what's going to happen is that's when they're really going to suffer. Now, see, I know that we have tariffs and things like that, and a lot of things are going to be extra pricey. See, men don't need a lot. See, me personally, as a guy, I don't need a lot. I have suits, sports coats, all these nice clothes and stuff. Man, those things are probably outdated. I could probably still wear them and get away with it. It's not like Huggy Bear or I'm going to get you sucker or nothing like that. But I'm just saying. Because guys, listen, I've never been thirsty over vagina. I just haven't. It's not my priority. Because when you think about it, if you're not going to be bouncing for at least 18 hours or something like that, like it's a job, what are you getting out of it? An hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes? I don't know. 2 hours? I have no idea what you do. But at the end of the day, that's all you get. So I don't chase it because it really doesn't have a value to me. Now, if some of you guys may be married or something, maybe it has a value because you want children out of it. Okay? So it's like a bank. To me, they're like a bank. You deposit something and you get a return. That's what I see. You're getting a return. You're depositing something. You're getting a return on the interest. So over time, whatever you deposit is going to have interest on it. And that is that child. That may not be yours. Or if it is yours, like I said, you make a deposit, you get a return. That's how I've always seen it. It's like a bank. That's why they have things that they call sperm banks. But we're not going to ponder on that. I get on here because I want to motivate you guys a little bit more to have you understand. I don't get on, like I said, I don't get on here for money, because YouTube could shut down just like that. YouTube could all of a sudden say, you know what? I'm tired of paying people just to talk for ads. YouTube could turn it around and say, you know what? If they want to make content, they can or they don't. But we're going to put ads on their channel anyway. And guess what? Some of you will still accept that. The ones that's not out here trying to make money off of everybody. I'm not saying it's wrong or whatever. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that just like people are losing their jobs, don't put all your nickels in the YouTube bank, because you never know. But anyway, I kind of got a little sidetracked. But guys, I'm hearing all this stuff. I mean, as I said, and they sound like mothers. They sound like mothers that just push and push and push and talk and talk and talk. And you're like, hey, Mom, look, I've heard enough. Will you please not keep talking to me about this nonsense? I know what I'm doing. But comes around and keeps doing the same thing until you get to the point where you say, wow, I'm glad I can move out of here now and I don't have to hear that. Okay? And that's my air fryer going off, that beep, beep, beep. But anyway, no one wants to keep hearing that, but some of you want to keep hearing that. It's like when I hear, it's like I can't even go on their, I can't go to their channels. I can't really pull them off of TikTok or something like that anymore. I mean, I could. I think I did that 1 or 2 times. But I can't do it because I don't want to hear them. I don't want to hear this nonsense. This is, let me tell you something. It is plain old stupidity. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say this. Guys, it's plain old stupidity for you to continue. If you do it 1 or 2 times, I understand. But it's getting to the point that you're pulled into this trap and you know it. You know it's a trap, but you do it on purpose. You get pulled in and you listen to these things, continue to tell you what you need to do. I'm going to tell you now. You can call me misogynist, call me what, I don't care, but I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to listen, and I would not make a video of me taking anyone to a dinner and being the fool and sitting down. Look, okay. Calm down. Woosah. I've seen enough video, guys, to where, okay, you guys, some of the guys are taking these things out to eat. And then when they bring the bill or they order all this stuff, then you got a situation. You placed yourself in that situation, guys. You have a choice. We can't blame. Look, I don't want to blame these things if they don't do anything. I want to be fair. But if listen, guys, if you offer one of these things out, listen to me very close. And some of you, I see you on video, you say, oh, I took you out because I'm going to get the box or whatever. Guys, do you have to take somebody out just to do that? Really? Let me tell you something, okay? I'm just an average guy, okay? I do my own thing. I don't bend to women, regardless of what they have between their legs. That just don't work, because I have this old saying, and I'm going to say it again. There's over 1 billion women on this planet. If I can't have one, there's something wrong with me. And I'm going to tell you now, there is nothing wrong with me. Now, not to every woman, because every woman has a different type. Every man has a different type. There's nothing wrong with that. these things, they go to the, okay, let me stay on the dinner side, okay? And see, I can't do these like short videos and stuff and try to keep grabbing people in here for views and stuff. I have to say what I need to say now, because it might be a couple of weeks before I come back. But I'm giving you something. I'm never going to take these videos down again. But I'm just going to leave them up there. No matter what, they're going to stay. But let me stay on the dinner thing. Guys, when I see these videos, and I'm not taking up for these things, but fair is fair. As a guy, you have to make the right moves. I can't tell you what moves to make. I can only tell you, hey, you're making a wrong move. If you have to take someone out and they're sitting at the table and you say, oh, I took you to dinner because I thought you was going to give it up or I was going to get the box. You say that on a video, and I think to myself, that's your fault. Because in her mind, okay, she gets to decide if she's going to give you the box or not, as you guys call it, the box. So doing this from the beginning of you meeting her, before she gets to that dinner, guys, you should just come out and say, hey, am I going to get the box after I feed you? Of course, I'm never going to do that. That's, to me, that's like a, what do you call it? A John talking to a prostitute. And if you guys lower yourself to that point of being a John, then a prostitute is going to treat you as a John. A prostitute can go up on the price if they want to, because that's what you chose. Nothing is free. There have been news reports where a prostitute get a John into a hotel and get him robbed. These things on Instagram, meetup things and stuff like that, getting guys to come out to places and then they get robbed. Whose fault is that, guys? I'm being fair here. I'm only saying this, guys, because I don't want you to continue. I don't want you to continue to go down this road. It's silly. It's stupid. It's dumb. I just got to say it. You're John thinking you're going to get some box, as you call it, because you take a prostitute out to dinner. That prostitute don't have no obligation to you. Do you not understand what a prostitute is? A prostitute, that's her job. A prostitute's job is to get your money at a high rate. So when you take a prostitute to dinner, a prostitute wants to get her money's worth for her date, because you haven't figured out that you're out with a prostitute. You think no, I'm not going to let you get away with that. That's not happening. If we didn't have any money, let's put it this way. If money did not exist, okay, let's say paper money. If it did not exist and we only had rocks or we had cans of beans to pay for everything. Okay? Let's take the money out. But your money has now become a can of beans. You may have a cabinet full of beans, and that prostitute that you're taking out, that's the only thing you have to eat. Everyone has on nothing but beans. It might not smell good around there, but, hey, it is what it is. And that prostitute say, hey, it's going to be 2 cans of beans for you to get with me. Or she don't tell you at all, but she know you got a lot of beans in your house or wherever. and you invite her over. And then you open up a can of beans, you guys eat it. She see you have more beans. So she say, you know what? Open up 8 more cans of those beans. That's dangerous right there, anyway. But you kind of get the point. So you say, no, you're not going to do it. Why not? That's the prostitute's going price. A prostitute's going price is $300 meal now. You knew you was taking a prostitute out to dinner. You knew this. You knew it. And if you didn't know it, you didn't care. Now, I'm saying this, guys, because I'm trying to help you get out of the quicksand that you stepped in, knowing that it's quicksand, thinking that you can swim out of it when you know you're going to sink. So before you go out, okay, with these things, you ask yourself, okay, you asked her before you get in the car. See, because I'm seeing this, why would you go drive someone somewhere to a restaurant, and then that's when the drama starts? Especially if you invite the thing out. Again, guys, I'm on your side. But some things just don't make any sense now. There's no excuse for not asking questions. You ask the person, hey, before you ask them out, hey, what are you going to eat? And if they give you all these expensive places, either you're going to say yes, you're going to take them there, or you're going to say no. If they say Chipotle or Cheesecake Factory or even a hole in the wall that they may like, at least you took the time to ask. Why would you wait? Why would you wait until that thing took all that time? Now, you things don't get the wrong impression that I'm on your side, because I'm not. I'm not on your side. I'm actually on nobody's side, but I'm supportive of men who want to do the right thing, who wants to have a good life, who don't want headaches. But let me jump back over here. Guys, now I'm not getting on you, but just ask questions. If I was going to go out with someone, I'm going to ask, hey, where do you usually go and eat? And if that person say, I go over here, go over there, go over, that's if I ask, which I never do. And that person tell me where they go, I'm going to look them up online and see what these places are. Now, if I want to spend that much money, I will. If I don't want to spend that much money, I won't. It depends on the restaurant. But I don't take anyone out, period. I just don't. Now, I've been taken out. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm going to get on that part. But for someone to tell me I want to go to this extravagant restaurant where the meal is $300 or $600 a plate or whatever that is that these people be going to online, and then they get inside the restaurant, and then that's when the problem comes in hand. If I see $300 for a plate, guess what? That ain't happening. I'll look, I won't say nothing, but guess what? You ain't going. Get someone else to take you there, because I'm not doing that. Why? I don't need any. Look, I don't need one of these things to be in my presence in order for me to feel good about myself. I don't need one of these things to be in my freaking presence for other people to think that, oh, this thing that he has on his arm or walking beside him is gorgeous, or, you know, that brings a level up for me. No, I like the level that I'm at. Peace. That's where I am. I'm not going to have someone talking to me, twisting their neck, doing their hands, doing their eyes. No. The second I see that, guys, and it has happened before, the second I see somebody roll their eyes, the second you get loud on me, guess what? I don't say anything. I go on through with the conversation like nothing ever happened. And then I'll come up with something. Oh, I got to go take care of this. And guess what? Never hear from me again. I block your number. That's what I do. That's just what I do. I'm not, look, again, I can say this over and over again. I'm not the most handsome guy. I am handsome enough, but everybody has that type. I talk quite well when I'm around women. If I choose to go out with someone, I target who I want to go out with. It's as simple as that. You can take it however you want to. And when I say target, I zoom in on if I like that person or not. I look at how the person carry themselves. If the person works a certain place and I may go to that place or whatever, I look at how they carry themselves first. Now, they could be a nice looking woman, but I look at how they carry themselves. I watch how they speak to others, how they interact with others. Because that goes a long way with me. Again, I have -0 tolerance for any type of bad behavior. It's simple as that. And I don't care about, see, this is the thing. See, I'm a pretty strong guy, and I can get mean and nasty as a freaking honey badger. I can. That's why I don't have any woman around me that think that they're going to talk to me in a kind of way, because oh, you just don't know. That's where my -0 patience come from, because I know what I'm capable of. So I don't stay in that area. I don't keep them around me. Now, do I have lady friends? Yeah, I have lady friends out there. Yeah, but I don't take them out. I'm not going to do that, because the first thing come in their mind is, oh, we're together. No, I've been invited to movies. I went to movies. I've been out to dinner. I've been out driving. I've been on trips and things like that where I was invited. I don't invite anyone anywhere. I just don't. I know better. I'm not here to serve these things. I'm not. If we get along, we get along. If we don't, then we part. See you later. Bye. Okay. Big deal. I've done that over and over again. The ladies that want to be around me, and let me do this. Let me clear this up right now. I don't abuse women, first of all. I don't abuse human beings, whether it be a woman, a child, or a man. And I don't abuse pets either. Let's make that clear. Because before you are a woman to me, you are a human being. Before you are a child to me, you are a human being. Before you are a man to me, you are a human being. Let's get that clear. I don't go by, oh, well, she's a woman of something. She slapped me. You slapped me. That's the wrong answer. you might as well call me the mirror. And you get my point on that. Nobody, no human being on this planet gets to put their hand on me. And whoever I'm around, they know that too. People have tried to bring me into their conversations when we're around, about the woman thing and this, that, and the other. I just tell them straight up, you're a human being first. I don't care about your gender. I'm going to say this so you'll get this clear in your head. I don't care about a gender. Only thing I know about is a human being first. So you take it as you may. And as I've always believed, nobody should put their hand on anybody. Like I say, I'm like a mirror. Just don't do it. Call me Mirror Man. Now, back to what I was talking about here. Guys, a prostitute is a prostitute. Okay? It does not necessarily have to be anything monetary. A prostitute could actually say, hey, can you fix this for me right here and I'll give you some? Prostitute. Can you take me out to dinner and I'll give you some or I'll think about it? Prostitute. You got to buy me this right here before you can go out with me. Prostitute. Because it's an exchange for someone's service. So these things are giving you a service. And if you fall for it, I can't blame them because I'm trying to strengthen you guys' brains. If you take them to dinner and they tell you where they want to go, if you don't ask these questions of your prostitute before she get in the car. See, this is the thing. Okay, if you go up to a prostitute, or let's say you're driving, and some places I'm driving and stuff, I've been going through areas where prostitutes are. These ladies will come up to your car, or if you have your window down listening to your music or whatever, they'll, hey, sweetie, hey, good looking, all this good stuff like that. If you let that prostitute inside your car, okay, that prostitute wants money from you because you wasted her time. You get me? You understand? If you let that prostitute in your car, that prostitute is working by the second. And you place yourself in that position to where that prostitute can charge you a quarter of what she lost. The prostitutes work off of time, just like a full-time job. So when these things are out there telling you to your face what they want, and you go and do it anyway, if you take them out anyway after she has after you've propositioned her. See, you proposition a prostitute when you know that there has to be some exchange for that prostitute's service. I see prostitutes all the time on YouTube. They say, yo, you have to take me out and this, that, and other. You have to pay for my nails. You have to prostitute. Simple as that. You guys can look at it any kind of way you want to. like all the rappers and these basketball players and football players and actors and so. Do you think I feel sorry for any of these people? No, I don't. What's that silly, goofy guy, that football player, whatever? Like I say, I don't pay to go see these games. I don't care about these people. I don't care nothing about a football college person who I just don't care. And it's not a hating thing because, first of all, it's not like I don't have money. It's not like I'm not living well. It's not like I can't have a girl. It's nothing like that. Or some of you may say, oh, you just can't have a girl like this person. No, I don't want a prostitute. And as far as I'm concerned, any one of these things that have been out there sleeping around, had 10 different guys or whatever, and then come to me and we're supposed to be, as they say, a couple or something. No, you're a prostitute. No, I don't think so. You things can take this as however you want to. And I say things because that's the only way I see you, because of your actions, the things that you do online. You're constantly sounding like someone's mother. You're constantly begging, asking for something. You're constantly bragging, telling someone what you have. Who cares? All this is going. Let me tell you guys something. I'm going to predict something, okay? I say probably by the end of this year, you're going to have a lot of these things out here suffering. Within 2 years, a lot of these things are going to be going into the military. Why do you think that they're getting rid of so many jobs? Because they need to build this army. They need these things to go out there and have more babies, so they, like a production line, so they can have more soldiers. Take it from someone who retired out. I see it coming. A lot of these things take that same filthy, bad behavior into the military. Some of these same whoremongers take their bad habits into the military also. I've seen it. I've seen these things get promoted, not for the low crawl, maybe the knee crawl or the knee stand, just to make it through jump school or air assault school. Or I've seen it. I've seen them fail. I failed some of them. But after they get over there near the, anyway, they pass them. And then my upper rank come up with the reason they let them go through. I'm not stupid. I know what they did. I know exactly what they did. I know what the recruiters did for some of them that couldn't even pass the ASVAB. I know what they did. But anyway, let's get back. That's another story. We'll go through that later. and a lot of you guys know, even prior service, a lot of you guys know, a lot of you prior service did this mess with these things. I know this. I know it in detail. But as I said before, that's another story. So, guys, all in all, what I'm trying to say is, see, I'm trying to punch this to you. Do not, guys, look, guys, you get yourself in trouble if you take these things out to dinner, and these things have already told you, gave you a price like a prostitute. then that's all you're doing. You're just paying. You're paying a prostitute, and you're the John. You're a dinner John. That's what some of you are. You're a dinner John, and you don't care. But then you may and see, this is what I'm saying. See, I'm tired of some of you out there playing. See, then some of you turn around and say, "Oh, well, she didn't give me the box, so I didn't buy her a meal." So you're not looking for a wife, then you're just looking for convenience, and you want a prostitute. That simple as that. So you can't get mad at the prostitute for wanting her pay. And if you're a dinner John, you're a dinner John. I've never heard that, but that's the new thing. Okay. I have the timestamp and everything that I created that. So anyone who says that after me, no, I'm going to compare time. But you guys can go ahead and use it anyway. Don't be a dinner John. Don't do that, guys. You're a whole lot better than that. Now, some of you might not be better than that because you just don't care. Some of us, we're already used to, we've had so much stuff that maybe it's kind of tiring, it's boring now. They all do the same thing. They do the same thing, guys. It's up to you to say, okay, do you need that all the time? If you need it all the time, it's kind of like, okay, that's something you're hooked on. I'm going to tell you guys a story about how I was hooked. Okay. It's crazy. I mean, but I was young at the time, and it messed me up. It messed me up for a couple of years, and I had to get out of it. But that'll be on my next video. You guys listen out for that. Okay. And it wasn't being a simp. It was just, I was young. I didn't know any better. But this person messed me up. And I'm going to tell you about that person they weren't things at the time, but she was a young lady. But I tell you, anyway, it messed me up pretty good. So anyway, guys, I made this video a little longer because I know some of you guys out there, you like the long videos. The short ones are okay, but you have to keep clicking and stuff like that. I want to give you something to maybe last. Okay. And like I say, I'm not going to leave you guys. I'm not going to leave again. Okay. This is where my video is going to be. And if I slow down, like I say, just go back and listen to the videos. Maybe you can get something out of it, but I'm here for the guys. I'm here to help you. The guys that you don't want to be helped, then don't be helped. If you want to just chase poontang or the hole, the box, the V, the whatever you want to call it, you want to chase the sloppy beaver yard, you go right on ahead and see where that gets you. You better be concentrating on keeping that roof over your head, keeping that car going, and keeping your job. And staying out of the family court. That's what you need to do. And as far as your things are concerned, your things are going to do what you're going to do. And unless the sisterhood of the things get out there and straighten you all out, it ain't going to be no straightening it out. No one is going to straighten this out until the guys get fed up. It's going to take the man to straighten this mess out. It's going to take men that don't think with what's down there, and they're going to think with what's up here. And I see that change, but it's not happening fast enough. It's not, you got to go hyper. You got to go supersonic on these things. You got to deny these things because you're moving too slow right now. No, you need to speed it up. So on that note, this is Elmau. This is Elmau Checkmate. I'm out of here.
Enough is enough. I have had it with these motherfucking snakes.